All right. Language Arts, Module 6, 4th grade, Lesson 1. You should be watching this video before starting the lesson, or if you already started the lesson and I'm just posting the video. Module 6, Lesson 1 is technically due February 23rd, but our goal is to complete Module 6 before spring break. So completing Lessons 1 and 2 the week of February 26th will get you there on time, okay? So I want to show you a quick overview of Lesson 1. The theme for this module is travel, then and now. And in this first lesson, like all the lessons, it's going to give you your objectives and kind of tell you some of the things you're going to be working on, all right? Whenever it tells you to do something in your interactive notebook, this just means whatever journal you use to do work while you're working in language arts. So on this first page, you read or have it read to you, and then you will describe a situation when you used context clues to help you understand something you overheard or something that was being said. You'll stop and you'll write that down in your notebook, in your journal. If I ask you next week, hey, show me some of the things you wrote down in your journal while you were doing language arts, I should see this in there. All right. So as you navigate through the lesson using the white arrows and the little orange circles, you start off with some word wisdom. And it's going to give you some strategies. It even has something for you to open. It's got all these different clues, all these different ways that you can learn new words. Okay, you will hit play. It's going to use some audio. All right, and then check this out. You're going to record yourself using the toolbox strategies. You're going to sound out the word, break the word into syllables. You're going to pick one of those words to record, but you got to make sure you do all 4. So, context clues, here are the words that you're evaluating on this page. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 words, and you're going to use context clues, which is something you've worked on in language arts all year. And you are going to use some of those skills to figure out what these words mean. All right? While you're doing that, you will record yourself, and that's going to be saved in your lesson as part of your work. So now we continue thinking about context, but context also is used not just to figure out words, but to figure out ideas. So you're going to do some more practice. Everything here looks pretty familiar. You're going to practice your skills, and then you're going to check yourself. So pages 2 and 3 are all about using context clues to figure out these words. Now you move on to the reading section of Module 6, Lesson 1. Reading corner, travel, then and now. Have you ever considered reading to be a form of travel? So you're going to read this page, all right? Read everything on this page, taking your time. And then check this out. It says share it. It says to show your 2 pictures. 2 pictures? What is that talking about? Well, that's why you read everything here and you participate, you practice, you do what it says, okay? Then it's going to give you some information about non-fiction texts, which are based on true facts, and how the details in non-fiction text can be presented using different types of text features like title, headings and captions, glossary and index, tables and labels. You need to click on each one of these and read everything that it has. Look at the examples, headings and captions. This is very important. If I give you a quiz on text features, or if Language Arts gives you a quiz on text features, if you paid close attention on page 4, you'll be just fine. So moving on, you're going to get into some specific practice with text features. These are the parts of nonfiction texts, especially, that give you information, not just the words in the books and in the passages, but features. So anytime you see this little print icon, you've got to click on it. If you get to the end of the lesson and you didn't do this, you missed what you were supposed to do. So you can see it opened it up, and it actually has a few different pages because each page is a different text feature. So you have the actual text in a book. You've got charts, tables, and graphs, diagrams, pictures, and illustrations, timelines, audio and video, so things you see and things you hear, interactives, games, and activities. So for all of these different types of text features, you are going to keep track of the ones that you find. So of course, you're going to open with Kami. And as long as you're using Google Chrome signed into your student Google account, it should automatically upload it to your Google Drive. If it doesn't show you this, you can check by clicking this little button here next to the printer that says Save. And look here if it says Google Drive, Saved. If it doesn't, you can click Upload, Upload to my drive, and it'll save it in your Google Drive. So if you, accidentally close it, you just open a new tab, go to your Google Apps, and go to your Drive, and you're going to see a folder called Kami Uploads where you can open it back up. So now that I have this open in Kami, I go back into my lesson. And look, now that your text feature tool is ready, that's this thing, text feature tool. Watch the charts and graphs video. Jot down the key facts about charts and graphs. You can watch the video as many times as you'd like. So maybe at this point, you even go up to your tab and you drag this tab to separate it and make your window smaller so that in half of your screen you have Kami, and maybe in the other half of your screen you have Buzz. So you can watch the video and, charts and graphs, charts, tables, and graphs. And in here, I can take some notes on charts, tables, and graphs. So side by side can be very helpful. Then it's going to talk, it's going to give you all kinds of information about text features, and now you're going to practice. So let me just make this bigger again. Anytime you see these little bubbles, you've got to click on them. The text feature here is a title using italics. The text feature here is a timeline with dates and events. The text feature here is a heading in bold. All right, so you click through all of the pages. You've got to actually read what's going on here. You've got to click on every little speech bubble that you see. If you don't do that, you're not participating. Okay, more reading and another text feature, another speech bubble. And now I'm at the last page of this reading section. Still something to look at here. Okay, so now I make sure that I didn't miss anything on this page before I move on. No, I think I got everything on this page, so I'm going on to page 6. Now, the history of travel. So this is using the same thing you just read, and it's going to dig a little bit deeper now. It's going to ask you some questions to see if you actually paid attention to the text features. Okay, so you're going to look at it again, you're going to take some notes, and you're going to check some answers. Did you notice the title, the headings, the timeline, the graph? What else, right? So, again, I look to make sure I didn't miss anything on this page after I've read it. Remember, guys, I'm flying through this. You should take about 2 days for each lesson. So 2 lessons a week, about 2 days for each lesson. Travel today, another reading. While you're reading, you click on these speech bubbles to notice the text features that it explains. You go all the way through. You take notes. You can put your notes into what you just had in Kami. And then right here, choose one text feature from the article. How would you explain that text feature to a friend or family member? When you're ready, record your explanation. Tell what the text feature is, what information the text feature adds, and what information you learned from that text feature. So you're going to record yourself telling that. Then you're going to hit play here to review some terms, and it gives you even more practice. So all of that is a part of becoming a better reader. But now what about writing? So maybe in one day you did those first 7 pages, and then the next day you come back to do this last writing part. So again, opinion writing. You've done some opinion writing before. Check all of these out. Okay? If you don't have these, print them and place them in the resources section of your writing binder, or open it and save it to your Google Drive. All right, so here's one that's the think, decide, and explain. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. It's about thinking about your opinion, deciding your opinion, and explaining it. Okay. Elaborate. Oh, yep. You talked about elaborating many modules ago, but it's a good thing to review and to know what it means to describe things and add examples and details. Ah, yes, the opinion writing graphic organizer. This is definitely going to need to be opened in Kami, because even though you've used this before with other writings, now you're going to use it specifically with Module 6. So maybe even up here in Kami, I'm going to just like change this name to Module 6 Writing. Boom. So that when I go to look for it in my Google Drive, I'm not confused. Okay, and I'm going to put my name and the date. So I don't know what my prompt is yet, but I have my graphic organizer here. Let me get down here a little bit. The history of travel and travel today. So these are the passages from earlier on in the lesson. And I guess those are probably the passages I'm going to be using for my writing throughout the entire module. So let's see. Print the opinion writing. Yep. Here's that green box that has my prompt. I'm going to take it and I'm either going to right click and copy or Control C. I'm going to go back to this graphic organizer, and right here for essay prompt, I can either Control V or right click and paste. The text set discussed the history of travel and the changes that have occurred over the years. In your opinion, which type of travel is more fulfilling? Travel for recreation or travel for necessity? So obviously those are things that you read about in the text. And since I haven't read the entire passages yet, I don't know what my opinion would be. So you are going to understand the prompt, reread it, make sure you understand it. And it's going to give you some steps, okay? After thinking about it, you can start to decide on details that you'll want to include. Okay, you've got to write your controlling idea. It's going to give you help right here. Then you're going to reread the articles. Maybe open them in Kami and highlight things if you want to. Then you're going to look at the things, the notes that you made, and you're going to find those details that are going to help you support your opinion in this writing. So, if you have enough reasons and evidence for 3 body paragraphs, then you will have plenty of space on your graphic organizer for 1, 2, 3 body paragraphs. But it's okay if you only do 2. If you only have enough reasons and evidence for 2, then just do 2, all right? If that's what you have, then you're going to forget about this 3rd paragraph. You're going to do your introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and conclusion. Are you doing all of this right now? No, you're just getting started. This is only Module 6, Lesson 1. So remember that, okay? In this lesson, you're getting started. You're reading. You're starting that graphic organizer. And then in the next lessons, you're going to get right back to it. If you have questions, visit me in my Zoom Monday through Thursday between 1 and 2. All right, hard work. Get to it.